a break! I'm the Nature Boy, Paul Lee. I'm here in Throwback Championship Wrestling because I'm taking on anybody. All comers, come my way and see if you can, woo, walk that aisle with the Nature Boy. Woo!
Welcome everyone to NWA Throwback Championship Wrestling. I'm your host, John Reed. Today on the slate, we have Nature Boy, Paul Lee, taking on Scott Cardinal. And in our Legends match, we have the War Machine and Josh Ashcroft taking on the Nightmare Danny Davis, Trailer Park Trash, and Jim Cornette. You don't want to miss it. Let's get out to the ring for some action. As we get ready for some action, we have the Nature Boy Paul Lee taking on Scott Cardinal. Scott Cardinal fresh off a loss to the Tokyo Monster Kahagas. Here you see Scott Cardinal coming down to the ring. He's got a different look about him.
Yeah, but he's got the eye of the tiger. He's got that monster look in his eye.
He does.
I'm liking
this
him,
is a
man.
different Scott Cardinal than you've seen in the past. And as Scott Cardinal grabs the mic.
This means cut the music.
Being a little chippy.
You want to play
Being a little chippy. I hear this new Scott Cardinal.
I came to this arena and I wrestled for you people against the Tokyo Monster Kahagas. And when I came out for you, somehow you were all for him. Yeah! So seeing as how you don't care about me, spoiler alert, I can care less about you.
Scott Cardinal's blaming the fans for his loss to Kahagas. Not sure if I see the cause and effect there, but that's how he feels, and he's mad at the fans.
Now you play his music, smart guy.
Taking down the workers here at Throwback Championship Wrestling.
Fans should be grateful for the Tokyo Monster Kahagas for what he did to Scott Cardinal. He's made him a better man, a better wrestler, and he's gonna make him a token example of everything Throwback Wrestling should be.
Well, we'll find out right now as the Nature Boy, Paul Lee, gets set to head to the ring to take on Scott Cardinal.
The Nature Boy, Paul Lee!
The Nature Boy, Paul Lee. Scott Cardinal described him as a 16-time champion. Scott Cardinal may be confused exactly.
Well, I'm a little bit confused here, John. This is like a bait and switch situation. This is like me ordering a steak and getting a bologna sandwich on a piece of cracker.
Nature Boy Paul Lee is not a bologna sandwich. You watch your mouth, J-Swag. Nature Boy Paul Lee from Ringgold, Georgia, really respected in the wrestling landscape.
And all that other nonsense that
Scott Cardinal feels the same way you do.
I feel for Scott Cardinal right now.
Boy, Paul Lee, a hell of a competitor, but unfortunately, sir, I am not prepared.
I mean, I'm not sure I believe Scott Cardinal went to the tape to scout his opponent. I feel like now he's just wanting an easy night out. He's using that as an excuse to get out of this match.
Hey, I don't blame him. Hey, there you go.
Scott Cardinal's blaming everyone for his problems except Scott Cardinal.
You go get your steak down the street. And I'm not talking Golden Corral.
Well, there you go. Nature Boy Paul Lee's having none of that.
What? Did you see? Ugh.
Nature Boy Paul Lee's having none of that. As you see,
that was a cheap shot, John.
Chop to the chest. Cheap shot. You came down to the ring and a wrestling.
Cheap shot, and the referee looks like, what was he looking at? Is he trying to order some popcorn from a guy selling it in the audience there?
There's no such thing as a cheap shot whenever you come out to the ring for a wrestling match. You should expect to wrestle, and that's exactly what Nature Boy.
Scott Cardinal was ready to wrestle the Nature Boy, and he got
the
Water Boy.
He got the Nature Boy Paul Lee, and he's getting Nature Boy'd right across the chest with some chops.
This Scott Cardinal. There you go, Scott. Good turnaround, Scott.
Just like Scott Cardinal, Jay Swag is confused
Scott.
as he drops.
Wait a minute. The Nature Boy's not supposed to come off the top rope. What's going on? That ref, you should disqualify him for coming off the top rope like that.
A little bit too distracted though, playing with the crowd. And Scott Cardinal able to respond with a clothesline, a vicious clothesline. Now he's going to the mat, choking out Nature Boy.
Good job, Scott. Good job. Choke out. The fakeries. That's what I'm saying.
This is a brand new Scott Cardinal, way different than the way you saw him when he took on Cahagas.
Absolutely.
Now he has a returning the favor with his own chops.
There we go. Let's say it again, Scott. Woo! Yeah. I'm telling you, this is a new guy, like you said, but I like him. Scott Cardinal, you, sir, should be saluted for this. And the fans should get on board the Scott Cardinal Express. I'm telling you that right now.
As he displays, that was a picture-perfect textbook suplex. You have to give credit where it's due, but able to kick out at 2.
Oh yeah. Well, the Nature Boy, we're gonna give him a little bit of time to show off his tights that he stole. You know, we need to give him a little bit. I think Scott Cardinal's just setting him up now. Nice reverse chin lock.
And if you want to
look at that.
If you want to go back and watch the Scott Cardinal and Cahagas match, check it out, throwbackchampionshipwrestling.com, and at any time check us out on the Independent Wrestling channel on Roku.
Watch it every day myself.
You gotta scout these guys. It's part of our job. As you see Nature Boy, that's what you do with the big opponent.
Cheap shot, chop block. 15 yards right there, I'm telling you, 15 yards. Anywhere else, any other sport, that was a 15-yarder. Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing?
Work the legs, go for the figure 4 lead lock. He's got it locked in. Will Scott Cardinal tap?
Oh, no. Scott, you hang in there, man. Hang in there, Scott.
When you think Nature Boy,
don't tap.
You think figure 4 leg lock, and he's got it locked in right there in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, but when I say this, Nature Boy, I think figure skating.
Wait, what the hell's going on here? As the Tokyo Monster Cahagas comes down to the ring.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is he ready to continue his feud with Scott Cardinal?
This is a champion maker right there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Wait, did he
go, Scott?
Did Cahagas give that to Scott Cardinal? And there it is.
Give him what?
November rain from Scott Cardinal.
3.
And the Nature Boy, Paul Lee.
Fair and square, Scott.
Pinned right in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3, and Scott Cardinal able to get a win.
Such a fair and square, clean finish.
I'm not
in
sure.
my book.
Not sure if I'm calling it fair or square, but either way.
What are you talking about,
It happens
John?
right in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely.
And now the assault continues on Nature Boy Paul Lee.
He's just trying to help. He's just trying to help the Nature Boy. That's all. The Nature Boy had a little trouble breathing there. He got out of breath. See, he's just helping him. That's like the Heimlich maneuver. I think he's doing it. Scott has learned a lot since he's had this change of heart and change of mind and change of attitude.
Scott Cardinal and the Tokyo Monster Cahagas. What is going on here at Throwback Championship Wrestling? What is happening?
This is what the Blood Moon has wrought, John. I'll tell you that.
I'm the NWA Saw Television Champion, Sean Schultz, and you're watching NWA Throwback Championship Wrestling.
As we head out to our main event, we have tag team action, legends versus up-and-comers. 2 managers in each corner. This match has everything you need as the War Machine.
Man.
Right there you see him, the War Machine, with Josh Ashcroft take on Trailer Trash and Nightmare Danny Davis, who will be accompanied by Jim Cornette.
These guys are a force to be reckoned with, John. I'm telling you, Big John, Eric Locker, the War Machine. I wouldn't want to step in the ring with these guys, but I'm picking them. They're my guys for this match.
Straight out of the OVW, there you see Big John with the title wrapped around his waist. You know, my whole life they called me Big John. I kind of feel like they were mocking me when I actually see Big John step into the ring.
Did they call you Big John when you were on a ladder? Is that what was going on? I don't see it, John. I don't see it. This Big John, I hope you never step in the ring with this guy or a dark alley.
And here comes Nightmare Danny Davis leading down Trailer Trash and Jim Cornette to the ring. You see Jim Cornette with this, is it infamous, famous? How would you describe the tennis racket?
Oh, I would call it everything. Infamous, famous, tenifamous. That's right, John. I cut my teeth on pro wrestling, on Jim Cornette's tennis racket. Let me tell you something. I learned everything I know, everything I say, everything that I do is hidden inside that tennis racket.
As you see Josh Ashcroft taking the mic.
You gentlemen really want to come out here and do this? I think how it works. You really want to come out here and face my War Machine?
Ashcroft and Jim Cornette have kind of had a feud going on for a while. This match is almost more about them than it is Nightmare Danny Davis, Trailer Trash taking on the War Machine. It's more so Cornette against Ashcroft.
Tomorrow night against me? Not gonna happen, son. It's time for the old guard to make way for youth. We're the future. You are the past. Just like dinosaurs, you're gonna be extinct. So just go away. It's okay. You can forfeit this match. We'll win by count. Just go ahead and walk away. So that's about all you're gonna be good for. First of all, are you finished? You need to save your breath. You're gonna need it later for your inflatable day.
I'm not sure Jim Cornette is the person that you want to test with. How do you think Cornette feels? The legends he's dealt with having to answer to Josh Ashcroft right now.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be in Josh Ashcroft's shoes, I'll tell you that. That tennis racket, sometimes I think there's a boomerang that Cornette's hiding in there. You know, in the last few years, especially in this match, I can see that Cornette's gotten a little soft. He's gone more toward the fan-friendly era. I can't really side with Jim Cornette on this one, I have to be honest. I know that I learned a lot from him, but sometimes the student surpasses the teacher. And in this case, I think Jim Cornette's gonna have to just get him a little seat outside the ring there.
I cannot imagine young J Swag what he would say right now if he heard you picking against Jim Cornette, Nightmare Danny Davis, and Trailer Trash.
I would have to do the Shinadu-maki on the young J Swag, I'll tell you that right now.
As the bell has rung, the match has taken place. Nightmare Danny Davis and Eric Locker locking up, testing strengths. I'm not sure that's what Nightmare Danny Davis needs to do. You know, as a veteran, they need to pull out all the stops. I don't think they can just rely on strength.
Absolutely. I hope that these guys pulled out their VHS players in the back and played tape on these guys, the War Machine. Because Danny Davis, he may be a nightmare, but when the War Machine runs through your nightmare, you'll never sleep again. That's for you, Danny. I'm sorry.
Eric Locker's wanting to lock up. Don't do it, Nightmare Danny Davis. This is where Cornette has to warn him. Hey, this isn't the type of match we want.
I'll tell you right now, Danny Davis, true veteran. I honed some of my knowledge right off of what Danny Davis did with the Nightmares back when they were masked tag team down in Alabama.
Look at this. Look at these mind games that Danny Davis is playing.
Man,
every time he goes to lock up, he switches arms.
That is a lifetime of knowledge of how to overcome.
Catches his jaw wide open.
That looked painful.
I think it might have hurt Danny Davis more.
Yeah. Somebody needs to check Danny. Do we have a paramedic at ringside? Yeah. Okay, maybe he's okay.
That look right there on Danny Davis's face, I think it makes him realize just what he's up against with the War Machine. He says it hurt his hand to punch him in the face. I'm not sure how it's going to feel when he actually gets punched.
No, that may be the downfall for this match for Danny Davis. I've already picked War Machine to win this match. I really feel it in my bones because, you know, my bones, they've got wrestling running through them, wrestling knowledge. You know, I've got my book of wrestling moves and knowledge that I carry with me, but I had it tattooed on me as well. So if you need to know anything, I'll just lift my shirt up for you.
I'm all right with that. Less about you, more about this match going in. As Trailer Trash has been tagged in. I'm not sure what it says for their chances that he's probably younger than Nightmare Danny Davis. I'm not sure. I think both of these gentlemen are at least twice, if not 3 times, older than each of the members of the War Machine. But let's see. Athleticism,
height,
youth, strength, talent versus wrestling savvy and experience. Which one will come through? As you see, Trailer Trash land a hip toss, and Eric Locker holding us back. Maybe they've underestimated this tag team.
Did he hit Danny Davis's fist with his back? Because you know, that could be harmful to both combatants here.
You want the big man in?
No, yeah, pointing at Big John. Nobody would. I'll tell you, Nightmare Danny Davis, Trailer Trash right now, they don't want Big John in. It looks like they're gonna get what they didn't want.
Big John stomps into the ring. Keep in mind, he's fresh.
This guy is enormous. Oh, I can't wait.
What a specimen.
Absolute specimen. I think he might have been created in a lab somewhere, to be honest.
Big John locks up with Trailer Trash. Yeah, that went about like you thought it would.
Nice takedown. These are my guys, I'm telling you.
That went about like you thought it would. And look at him, Big John is fired up. You don't want to fight Big John, and you definitely don't want to be in the ring when he's angry. And it looks like he's angry.
I'll tell you, the switch is flipped on this guy, Big John. He's just waiting to tear limbs off of Trailer Trash. He might be ready to clean up that mobile home park.
I mean, if you're Trailer Trash, why are you trying to lock up with Big John? It doesn't. Well, there you go with the eye rake. Maybe he had some kind of plan.
I'm feeling torn here. He's using some tactics that I like, that I tend to go for, and Trailer Trash, he's trying to steal me away from Big John and Eric Locker, the War Machine, but I don't know. I'm still going with my guys.
I'm not sure if you like cross-sport comparisons, but the ref letting that one go reminds me a lot of whenever people would foul Shaq. Shaq was just so big, the refs didn't call fouls on him because, what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to guard him? They're letting Trailer Trash get by with an eye rake to the eyes of Big John. And the ref didn't care. I think the ref kind of says, what else is he supposed to do in this point?
Think about it, John. If they'd called a foul on Shaq, they would have had to call 5 on him right away. He was that big, and these guys are that big now. So, I think the ref is playing fairly. He's calling things as he sees them. There we go. Classic crisscross.
Speaking of crisscross,
that almost made me jump a little bit,
Speaking of crisscross, Ashcroft grabs the leg of Trailer Trash and inserts himself into this.
Now that is knowledge. Ashcross, crisscross, that right there. I'm telling you,
the Mac Daddy,
the Daddy Mac, and he probably learned that by watching VHS tapes of Jim Cornette. So Jim Cornette, in turn, he's probably taught these guys a lot by some of his early on tactics.
I guess if you're Jim Cornette, you can't be mad, right? I mean,
absolutely
you've made
not.
your career on it. What is it? Imitation is the best form of flattery?
Absolutely. If Jim Cornette gets beaten in this match, which I think he will, then he beat himself. Absolutely, because every great wrestler like War Machine, this tag team, they've watched Jim Cornette. They watched the Midnight Express. They watched Jim Cornette do that swan dive off the scaffolding back in the day, in the NWA days. I'll tell you, it could be a downfall here.
Trailer Trash with an elbow to the face of Eric Locker, and they've kind of started taking over this match, which is a little bit surprising. And Cornette returns the favor. It's exactly what you just talked about. What is Josh Ashcroft mad about, as he just did the same thing?
Well, he was mad because they were going to do another crisscross, and they didn't get to because Jim Cornette hooked the leg. Oh, he frustrates me, I'm telling you, man.
Is it fair to say Jim Cornette's leg grab was more effective than Ashcroft's? I mean, Eric Locker hit the dirt face first, and look, you can see the side effects, and now the momentum has shifted, and look at Cornette blowing the smoke off the racket.
Cornette, he's cocky. He's got the fans on his side right now. And I'll tell you, I never thought I would see the day when the fans would cheer Jim Cornette and his tennis racket. I'll tell you right now, John McEnroe never had the fans on his side, right? He did what he did. He brought the game, he brought his attitude, and he won matches regardless of the rules.
That's Trailer Trash. There's a common theme, but every time we talk, Trailer Trash has Eric Locker backed into a corner, this time working him with chops. I'll be honest, I'm surprised at this point that the War Machine has not been able to get going. It seems like the veterans have been able to kind of dirty this match up and hold their own.
This match should have been over long ago. Maybe if this guy's name was Tennessee Trash, that may be a little bit better. They could have run right over him, cleaned the road with him. But we'll stick to Trailer Trash for now. Now we've got John. Looks like Eric Locker's got the patent bear hug on Trailer Trash. Yep. Okay. This is not going the way the War Machine had planned out. They sat down with strategies. They had blueprints. They've got. Let me tell you something. In their locker room, not only do they have nutrition bars and they have vegetable drinks, they've got dry erase boards. They draw out the history of their opponents, and right now it kind of feels like Nightmare Danny Davis, Trailer Trash, they just wiped it clean. So
As you see Big John starting to work the lower back of Trailer Trash. Keep in mind, folks, if at any point you want to go back and watch this fantastic match, visit throwbackchampionshipwrestling.com. We also put the matches up on the Indie Wrestling channel on Roku. So you have Throwback Championship Wrestling on demand at the tip of your finger. As you see Big John with a type of bear hug on Trailer Trash, but here he comes fighting out with a couple of right hands. You see that? You see those taped up wrists. When I see taped up wrists, I immediately think old school. Is there anything more old school about a wrestler in jeans with taped up wrists?
Let me ask you, did the referee check that tape before this match? Did he look inside and see what was in there?
The line has been crossed, and here comes, you got Nightmare Danny Davis cleaning house inside the ring. You got Jim Cornette chasing Ashcroft on the outside of the ring. The jacket's off, sweat's gleaming. You see the, go ahead.
That was no fair. The referee's not doing his job. Danny Davis just grabbed the hair of Eric Locker. Hey, you can't do that. You can't pull somebody's hair.
Just to be honest, at this rate, I feel like pretty much anything has been going. I'm not going to complain. And Trailer Trash comes in, and what does that move cause? Is he taking out the trash?
Is flying everywhere. We got to clean. That looked like a tornado. An Alabama tornado with the trash flying everywhere.
Here you see Ashcroft.
All right, here we go. Yeah,
checking in on his guy, but here comes Cornette behind him.
Cornette, no.
This has been a month long of frustration, and Cornette lands the right hand.
Cheap shot.
Cheap shot. He turned him around.
That was a cheap shot, John. You know it.
That's a month of frustration coming out now. Danny Davis has the tennis racket.
I got a whole life of frustration here watching Jim Cornette acting like the good guy.
The tennis racket in the back.
Did you see that?
All's fair.
No, absolutely not.
That's the savage.
Referee, where were you?
2. Right there making the 3 count as the Nightmare Danny Davis.
Another travesty.
A little bit of poetic justice as Ashcroft interfering in the match leads to Cornette's racket being in the ring.
This was a
travesty. Eric Locker catches a racket to the back, and the Trailer Trash and Nightmare Danny Davis are victorious. As you see Cornette's arm raised.
I tell you.
Savvy. Veterans went out in the end. It goes to show you it doesn't necessarily matter how big you are or how strong you are. It matters about what you know and what you can do inside the ring. And Nightmare Danny Davis and Trailer Trash proved they could still get it done. And hey, even Jim Cornette, as you see Josh Ashcroft laid out on the outside mat.
Yeah, even a broken clock's right twice a day, John.
Blowing kisses to the crowd. How good do you think that feels for Nightmare Danny Davis?
I watched Danny Davis when I was young, and with the nightmares and cages and masks, and I'll tell you, I do love him.
Wrestled in 49 states and 12 countries. I'm a 2-time NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, 3-time WWE World Tag Team Champion, but nothing means more to me than the chance I have to be the Knoxville Unified Heavyweight Champion. And Devin Driscoll, you are a great champion, but to be the man, you gotta beat the Iron Man, and I intend on winning that championship tonight and doing it the Con way.
Thanks everyone for joining us this week. Make sure to tune in next week as we have the debut of Tommy Coffey. And in an NWA throwback match, we have Devin Driscoll taking on Mr. NWA himself, Rob Conway. Same channel, same time. We'll see you next week, Huntsville.
The thing that first got me interested in professional wrestling, I was 2 years old, and there was one night where I was staying up way past my bedtime when I should have, and walked into the living room. It was WCW Nitro, and I remember the first thing I saw was Lex Luger and all his spandexy baby oil glory standing in the ring, and I was sitting there what is going on? Next thing I know, this dude who's running out in a tasseled jacket, face paint, comes flying to the ring, yelling, "Whoa!" like the entire way, and it was actually staying. And from that point, I was like, oh my God, these guys are superheroes. Like, this is what I want to do for my life. I want to become a human comic book. I want to become a human superhero. I originally was trained actually here in Knoxville. My trainer's name was Chuck Terry. He did the American Patriot gimmick. Yeah, I mean, he's a really cool guy. Got me pretty much like my foot in the business, got my foot in the door, so to speak. From there, I guess it was about 2 years ago now, I met up with Tom Pritchard up in Knoxville. He was doing his training camp up there. It was a phenomenal camp. I learned probably more from there than I have anywhere, both in ring and psychology, and even in the back aspect. Got me like immensely past like my nervous breakdowns that I would have before matches and all that stuff. So I'd say that was probably the most influential impact that I've had on my career, was, you know, having the honor of training under Dr. Tom Pritchard. And especially being on TV, getting all of the experience that comes with that. It's also getting your face out there more. More people are going to know who you are, and you're going to become a household name a lot quicker. It's honestly one of the best things that you could do for the younger guys. You know, get them that TV experience that they need. Because I think, in my opinion, one of the things that everybody kind of fears the most is being in front of a camera with a microphone in hand. Because to them, they're just like, oh God, what if I mess up? But then once you do that so many times, it gives you that confidence that you need to be like, man, like I've done this 1,000 times. Like this time there are no cameras, there are no microphones. Like it's not gonna matter what I do out there. I can just go out there and I can have fun and I don't have to think about anything. Like every aspect of that, of doing a TV taping or even a live TV show for that point, teaches them so many more things. It tells them, it helps them to be more on point with stuff. It helps them to not be as nervous after a while, because honestly, once you do a TV taping, like house shows and just, you know, on like non-televised shows for that point, after that become pretty much cakewalks. A lot of the butterflies go away after that. It's still going to give you that aspect where you can go into West Town Mall. You can go walking down Turkey Creek and people are going to be like, oh my God, you're that guy. Like, I saw you on TV last night. That is so awesome. Like the way that you beat that guy up. And just overall, it's going to give you just this amazing feeling that you can't get anywhere else. Like there is no better drug than the adrenaline that it gives you. So I never settle for being at the bottom rung. I always want to be the guy sitting on the top of the ladder. I love every aspect of it. I love the competition. I actually feed off of competition. That's actually where I'm at my best. If I have like that person right there next to me that just pushes me to that next point, pushes me far beyond what I could ever actually do on my own, just because anything I want to do, I want to be the best that I can at it, and I can't be better than myself. There's always that one person that I need to feed off of to be better than, to be at the top of anything and everything that I do.